everybody, and welcome back to another video. This looks crazy different today because we are downstairs actually. I don't know, I had the day off. I made this elaborate setup and I was like, hey, why don't we do something? And I said, let's have a Q&A tea party, because I feel like I just came out like with my wardrobe videos. I didn't really like introduce myself, so hello everybody. How's it going? But yeah, so I found this Q&A thing on like LiveJournal from Lolita's, and I'm going to see how it works, see how it goes. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm going to definitely have my laptop because I don't remember them off the top of my head. We're going very loose today, guys, very loose. But yeah, let's do it. All right, and the very first question is your user handle or your name. I don't really care. So my handle is Selkie on most of my Lolita stuff, and then I go by Frankie. You can call me Frankie. You're more than welcome to call me Frankie. I do not care. And I live in Seattle, which I felt like I feel comfortable disclosing. I feel like, one, Seattle's a big city. Two, I feel like you could get it from context clues. It's not very hard to figure out where I live based on other stuff I've said in my other videos. So, yep, that is me. Why is my handle Selkie? I'm a big like aquarium marine biology fan. I have a lot of sea-themed prints. Like I've got 3 dream marines, and yeah, Selkies are a mythical creature that is like kind of like a mermaid. It's when a seal like sheds their skin and becomes a person, and I really like that. I think it's either Irish or Norse mythology. I can't remember exactly, but since seals are my favorite, I was like, hey, seals! Yeah, so that is why my handle is the way it is. The next question is, how long is your history in Lolita? And my history in Lolita, I feel like I definitely talked about this in my wardrobe videos, but I started dressing in the fashion sometime in 2010. I was in like 8th grade. And obviously, you know, I feel like we're getting the same repeats of like, if TikTok was around back in those days, I definitely would have been like a TikTok Ida, you know, buying things on Amazon, not listening to Susan Veteran's advice. But yeah, I bought dresses from Lolita. I made every single mistake, but yeah, I've been in it since 2010. Like definitely, I consider my Ida period a part of me because I was actively trying to dress in the fashion. I just wasn't doing it correctly. But yeah, that's when I discovered it and when I started dressing in it. And yeah, I like it. It's good. I'm still here. Like 10 years. Yeah, it's been a while. I'm old. Yeah, fun fact about me, I am old. All right, don't be alarmed. We've got the computer to the setup. I can't keep like cutting and going over there. I'm getting tired. All right, so the next question is, what first motivated you to get into Lolita fashion? And that is a pretty good question. I feel like I've also kind of loosely gone over this, but yeah, my friend Gloria, she got me into the fashion. We both got, she was more into like raver fashion, but we were both into like anime and magical girls. And yeah, we both kind of discovered Lolita together, came up in the fashion together. Fortunately, she's no longer in it, but I feel she's still supporting me as I continue my journey in the fashion. But yeah, that's kind of what first motivated me to get into Lolita fashion. All right, and the next question is, have you gone through any like time gaps or age kind of gaps in the fashion? And yeah, actually that's a really good question. Like, have you gone away from the fashion? Have you come back to it? And I think back in like, I feel like I was pretty active from like 2010 and 2011, were like when I was first starting out in the fashion. I think in like 2012, 2013, I was kind of more focused on high school and just dealing with that. And yeah, I think like the rest of high school, I was definitely in it freshman year, but I feel like the rest of high school, I kind of went away from it a bit. And then I came back to it more, I feel like in 2015 after I graduated and I got a job and I could actually like financially, like I could afford to actually do the fashion well. And I had 2013 and 2012. I was still like loosely following it. I didn't never like completely left or completely sold like all my dresses. I was kind of like more loosely I feel like I consider 2012 to 2013 or 2014 like my research years. Like I was definitely, I needed that time to like shed my Edith skin and like actually like consider if I wanted to stay in the fashion, if I did the research, would I still be able to like put together actual cords and stuff? And yeah, I definitely felt like I needed those research years to actually like get my style in order, get it together, girl. And yeah, so yeah, I definitely came back in 2015 because I know that's the release of Dream Marine, and Dream Marine I feel like is my comeback print. That's like the modern era AP kind of things kind of hit in 2015, but yeah, I have a little bit of a gap in the fashion, I feel like. All right, and the next question is, try to define your Lolita style as much as possible. And that's a really good question. So I feel like on my channel, you definitely see me in a lot of sweet, but I feel like I don't know, like I wouldn't quite, I guess this is like kind of sweet. This is my Peter Rabbit dress. You can't really see it kind of behind the flowers from Innocent World, because obviously Peter Rabbit. I have a big Peter Rabbit collection, but yeah, I feel like this is a lot more cottage, country, like classic, like it might be sweet too. I don't have as firm a grasp on styles like classic and gothic as much, but I definitely have pieces in my like wardrobe. Like I have like the dark side and I have like the light side, the sweet side. That's kind of like, that's how I like had to like structure my wardrobe videos, a light side and a dark side. But yeah, I feel like I gravitate towards dresses, but I don't know, like I suppose since like most of my dresses are from the AP 2010 like sweet era kind of deal, sweet is definitely kind of what I lean the most towards, because I feel like that's how I was raised as a Lolita, because I came up in the sweet boom, and for a while I feel like like when I came back in the modern era, like in 2015, I kind of went away from the sweet boom, but then I came back for the so yeah, it's a bit kind of difficult to explain like my style, because I like gothic prints, and then I also like sweet prints, and I also like classic prints, and yeah, they just kind of all mesh together in my wardrobe. It's financially, it's not a good situation, y'all. The next question is, how many Lolita friends do you have? I feel like this is a very LiveJournal question. Like, how many MySpace friends do you have? How many Lolita friends do you have? I guess, like, I'm friends with most of the people in my comm, but I feel like we don't really get together outside the fashion too much. I do have one friend who I actually wasn't actually a part of the community, who just like popped up like at Harry Potter. I found them at Harry Potter Club. Yeah, Keltane. Keltane's like we actually hang out outside of Lolita too, because we also have Harry Potter Club, and just recently we got all dressed up and we went to Build-A-Bear workshop to make nippers. You might have seen it on my Instagram. I was just like, need me a friend like that. But yeah, I had so much fun. They're definitely one of my best Lolita friends. And fortunately I don't have Gloria anymore. We're still friends. It's just since they left the fashion, I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable by it. And also I met them before we were Lolitas. So yeah, but I'm pretty friendly with everybody in my comm. I love my comm. My comm is pretty good. We all support each other even when we don't like physically hang out. I feel like I love it. I've gotten really close to my comm over like the quarantine period, and they're the best. Shout out to the Emerald City Lolitas. Love you guys. The next question is, what is the best thing about being in Lolita? Which I don't know. I'm like, pretty dresses is like, I feel like definitely like learning good coordination is kind of something I've always loved. Like, I feel like it's definitely like influenced how I can coordinate my like day-to-day kind of style versus like my Lolita style. I definitely love kind of like coordinating or see somebody put together a well-coordinated cord and just like coordination. But I also just like, you know, the look of it, the aesthetics. I'm just like sometimes I'll just like, when I'm feeling terrible or have had like a long day at work, I'll just like go to the rack, go to the giant rack of sweet and just like stare at it for a second. Like, girl, you're doing this for the brand. Just do it for the brand. You're dealing with all this customer service for the brand. You're dealing with all these Karens for the brand. But yeah, there's just so much to love about it. Like, there's definitely a lot of things that is hard to love about it, but I feel like the good outweighs the risk, or the good outweighs the bad, and that's why I'm still in like the fashion after so many years, is because the good has always outweighed the bad in the fashion for me. And piggybacking off of that is the next question: what is the worst thing about being in the fashion? It says controversially. I definitely feel like there is some gatekeeping. Like, that's, you just have, like, there's gatekeeping. There's obviously like, it's just basically don't go on 4chan, eat a thread if you don't want to see any bad stuff. But yeah, no, there is a bit of like cattiness. There's a bit of drama, which I'm not very fond of, and I'm just like, honestly, I'm at the point in my life where I'm just too old to deal with that nonsense. I'm like, I shouldn't have to deal with that. I'm an old lady. Just let me wear out my pretty dresses and knit in peace, you know? Yeah, definitely there is that kind of like, it goes on behind the scenes too. I feel like usually they'll be people like, but they won't say it to your face if they find you like annoying, or if they think you dress bad. They're just gonna be, it's very much like being in high school. There's high school cliques and high school drama, and I personally, I feel like my comm's gotten over that. Like, I think we're past that, or they could just be saying stuff behind my back, but I hope not, because I love y'all. I love y'all so much. I hope you're not saying bad things behind me back. But yeah, like that stuff definitely does exist, and it's kind of bad. But I'm also frustrated at stuff like when we're being called gatekeeping and we're not being gatekeeping. Like, definitely the TikTok community has brought, they're having a lot of good Lolita content on TikToks, but there's also people who are like discovering the fashion and they're just making the worst choices, like Amazon, and just like, and we're trying to like give them the good advice, give them the resources that we have as well experienced Lolitas, and they are not, they're just saying no thank you, and we're trying to help you. Like, there's so many more resources out there now, and I'm just like, hey, so So yeah, that's a couple things in the fashion I'm not really fond of. And the next question is, what are some Lolita brands that you like? And I'm personally, obviously, if you've watched my channel before, you know that I have a big series on Angelic Pretty. Angelic Pretty, I've been going through literally every print dress from 2010 onwards. Our latest episode was 2013. And yeah, I really love AP. I do love, like, don't get me wrong, like, I love Innocent World. I just, like, feel like I just don't know anything about, like, Innocent World except for my Peter Rabbit dresses. And I every time I, like, notice one, like, because they come up on Lace Market for usually pretty cheap, and I'm like, you should do it, girl. But I am running out of space for AP, like, in Innocent World. I really do want to get a baby dress. I feel like after my AP series, I'm gonna go through baby releases and kind of do the same thing, except choose out, like, dresses that I could possibly own from baby, because I do love baby dresses. I've been eyeing that, like, Saks Heart apron from, you know, that Momoko wears and Momoko wears and Kamikaze Girls. They did, like, a re-release, I think, in, like, 2021 or something, and I was like, oh my god, because I love that blue heart apron. I'm a Saks girl, Saks blue, 10 out of 10, and I'm like, yeah. So that's AP is most of my wardrobe. I have been loving indie brands also. I love Lady Sloth, Violet Fane. This apron is from Violet Fane. Oh yeah, the blouse is AP, and then there's Innocent World. So I'm really just like, I'm like, I'll buy it. If it's cute, get it in the bag, get it to me. And the next question is, what is the first Lolita item that you've owned? And that is a pretty good question. I think it is my pony bag, I feel like, because I'm pretty sure I bought that before I bought Sheep's Garden in blue. So I'm pretty sure it's a battle between those two, or technically those three. Actually, I have also a Kutsu that I think I bought at the same time as the pony bag, but I definitely didn't buy the Sheep's Garden there. So it's between those three. Those are all, like, 2011. I went over it in my 2011 video, but yeah, it's definitely one of those threes. I can't remember which one exactly though. And the next question is, what is a must-have Lolita item? And definitely a must-have. It's gonna seem very boring. Petticoat. It's a must-have. It's a must-have, y'all. You have to have a good petticoat. I'm putting my foot down. It's definitely the must-have. I'm wearing my Neelix T one right now, and it's dripping out like that because of the way I'm sitting. But yeah, this one, Neelix T is pretty good. I definitely recommend Neelix T. I've had this one since like 2018, so it is getting a bit less poofy. I don't know. I have the rose, so it's not like one of the hybrid poof monsters. It's the rose. I think there's like 4 or 5 layers. I forget what it is exactly. But this petticoat is literally like, I'll throw it under it, and I can throw it under anything. And yeah, the petty, like, if you're not into like petticoat, like hoop skirt, hoop petty, something, anything, you gotta get the right poof. But yeah, petticoats are a must-have. And the next question is, do you wear drawers? I'm assuming they mean like bloomers. And actually, I should put bloomers on with this right now. I was being very lazy, so yeah, I just bought like a pair, and those are actually pretty good. I actually do kind of like them, and it's nice to have something like throw on. Like some of my dresses I've noticed have been a bit on the shorter side, or if it's like cold outside, they're really nice to just like, you know, have that extra layer of protection down there. And yeah, I I don't always wear them, but I do have them and I do wear them and I do like them. They're actually really good. I don't know what material the ones that I have, but I kind of want to get, they're more of like an ivory. I kind of want to get like just some plain white cotton ones, I feel like. So if I want, because cotton I feel like is definitely going to be lighter, so I could possibly wear it in like the spring and the summer. And yeah, I think bloomers are very cute, and yeah, I wear them. If it's talking about bloomers, I assume. The next question is, do you particularly listen to Japanese music? Which, not about Lolita, but that's okay, gal. I don't think I really listen to a lot of Japanese music. Sometimes if there's an anime opening, I'll listen to anime openings. But I don't like particularly listen to it. Same thing is with like K-pop as well. Like J-pop and K-pop, I'll listen, like I'm a casual listener. The Pacific Science Center has a BTS laser show, which is very fun. So I've been getting into BTS, I feel like a lot more. I'm a bit late on the BTS train, but I feel like I'm getting into BTS a lot more. But yeah, I mostly listen to show tunes, which that's a whole nother rabbit hole. Yeah, the show tunes rabbit hole. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for show tunes. The next question is, where do you particularly visit in Lolita? Like, what places you kind of go to in Lolita? There is, obviously, if you see my vlogs, there's like conventions, there is tea places. I love the Queen Mary. The Queen Mary is, ooh, chef's kiss, perfect. But yeah, we usually go to like parks for picnic meets. I wanted to do a picnic meet, but I was like, hey, I'll insert some extra footage of the whole setup because it's so beautiful. My waffles are getting cold though, so I'm hoping there's not too many more questions. I might cut it off after a certain point because I want to eat those waffles and those cookies. And I think my hot water's probably gotten cold. But yeah, there's a lot of places, and sometimes I'll wear like kind of like Lolita pieces that are not exactly Lolita, or like not exactly like a full cord or even like a casual cord. I'll just wear them to like work. And my mycologist notebook mushroom skirt that I have has become very infamous at my work because people love that skirt. And yeah, I've just kind of gained mushroom notoriety. It's all good. Next question is, how often do you wear Lolita? And that's a good question, actually. I feel like definitely making videos for YouTube has kind of upped my Lolita because I'll like have to wear. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I definitely have started wearing the fashion a lot more because I'll do unboxings, and then I'll do unboxing like try-ons, and then I'll get dressed up. I'll do stuff like this. So I feel like my Lolita uptake has definitely been a lot more, but also it is waning like a little bit because I've gone back to work full time and going like, I don't, obviously like there's a lot of days that I can't wear the fashion, or I just kind of, sometimes I'll just, throw on something casual. I have been wearing my Miss Danger overdress to work, actually, as well as my mycologist notebook skirt. I'll just be like, I want to feel pretty. It's like, I'll just wear the Lolita. It's just like a safety thing. Like, I'm like, I can't wear Lolita fully, so I'm just gonna wear a little bit of it. Just a little bit. But yeah, I feel like pretty regular. All right, y'all, I think we're on 16 and we're gonna go to 20. And yeah, 16 is the most embarrassing incident in Lolita. And I'm like, ooh, most embarrassing behavior. I feel like a lot of like my first Ida kind of behavior was most embarrassing. There's a particular, I think there's we used to post Lolita stuff on like DeviantArt, like actual like Lolita like chords and pictures and all that on DeviantArt. And I think I had this getup, my soccer con getup, and I think I posted it in like a Lolita group, but this is definitely not a Lolita chord. And I think somebody tried to be like, hey, like rejected submission because this ain't Lolita, and I was like, pardon? Excuse me, sir? How could you say that? And I was just, I don't know if I actually messaged them this, but I just remember getting incredibly upset that they wouldn't accept my obviously terrible look into the group. So yeah, I feel like that's one of my most embarrassing behaviors in Lolita fashion. Most embarrassing episode. It's like, cringe. I don't know what to think about. The next question is, what hairstyles, the hair colors that you think would suit Lolita the most? I personally, even for like sweet chords, I kind of like more natural colored hair. Like that, I only have 2 wigs to my name though, so I don't know if I'm the right person to be commenting upon this. But yeah, I guess like I like natural hair, and but I've seen definitely people do like pastel colors well, and yeah, I feel like, you know, it all depends on the chord for me. I feel like definitely like hair would, like, I just feel like natural hair natural hair colors kind of work the most with like more chords. I don't know, that's a personal thing though. I don't know. I feel like I need to up my hair game a lot. I don't use my natural hair because it's definitely too thin. I like this wig. I think this is from Lock Shop, but Lock Shop is closed apparently. I need to brush it though, so whoops. I just kind of threw this on. I was just like, yeah, let's make the content today. But yeah, I'm sorry. And the next question is, have you ever thought of stopping Lolita? Which I feel like, kind of, I feel like at one point, this might be a bit of a sad story, so skip to it at a time. It's the same story said in my wardrobe tour. I was kind of considering on stopping the fashion when my aunt died, because she was like my biggest supporter. She had like cottagecore, shabby chic. She loved all this kind of aesthetic that's going on, and yeah, when she passed, I was just like, I worn sheepskin to Easter, and I just like couldn't even like look at my blue sheepskin for like the longest time because I was just so sad, and I was just. So I had actually sold that dress, and they'd returned it because they thought it was a replica. That's a whole nother story entirely. But yeah, that was very sad, and I did consider stopping the fashion for a while. But then, I don't know, when I got the sheepskin dress, then when they sent it back to me, I was like, maybe this is a sign, don't stop the fashion. And I kept it in my wardrobe. I kept kind of following it, and I was just like, no, you can still be Lolita. It's fine. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. But yeah, so I feel like that was the only time I've ever seriously considered stopping being a Lolita. And the next question is, please tell us your heart's Bible in Lolita fashion. I was like, I'm kind of confused, like book, movie, obviously Kamikaze Girls, obviously Gothic Lolita Bible, but I feel like I feel like maybe it's because of how long I've been here, how much I've aged. I feel like I don't really have like a set rule of kind of what I'm doing anymore. I'm just kind of, you know, I like it, I'm gonna do it. Is it gonna work? Not always, but you know, I'm just like, I'm gonna do what I want. That's the Bible. Just one page. Do what you want. The last question I feel like we're gonna go to is, do you own any Lolita dolls? Which I did, I think, find some dolls. Like, because AP used to do collaborations with, like, Pull-Up, and I'm like, I want one. They're so cute. There's one with the Decoration Dream cord, and I'm like, I also have Decoration Dream. There's one with Sugary Pony Bag. There's one with, like, Sugar Carnival. I was like, excuse me? Can I see, I feel like AP used to do fun stuff like that, and they don't do fun stuff anymore. I feel like there was a Pull-Up doll that they recently, like, released, but the cord was meh. Or the cord was one of those, I feel like, high fashion dresses that obviously, like, I can't twin with my doll in a high fashion dress. Because those dresses are like $1,000 and I gotta pay like $300 for this doll. Like, AP, I've had it up to here. Bruh. But yeah, that is it for the Q&A. If you guys enjoyed kind of this Q&A, I might do the second part of the Q&A because there are more questions. I just feel like this is running on a little bit long. And my waffles are getting cold. So yeah. Thank you all for joining me once again. I really appreciate it. If you liked this video, please remember to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe if you are new. All of that good stuff. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.